Great. Just getting fake grass all in my keyboard. Just excellent. Excellent. Well, we'll wait for people to trickle in here. Give us another minute or two. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to my little... Actually, you know what? Let me just... Please don't fall, please don't fall, please don't fall, please don't fall, please don't fall. Let me make sure that you guys are okay. Can you see me? Yes, you can. Okay. So, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, for those who are tuning in to a live unboxing of all of my HO trains that I got for the holidays. So, dang it. Also, awesome new sweatshirt. Got the American Type 26. What is that? Is that 262? I actually never looked at the train on the sweatshirt. I just knew that it was a train, and I was like, all right, that's sick. Yeah, that's actually a 262. Nice. Anyways, let's start off with some rolling stock. So I got some really nice rolling stock that I ordered that I'm going to use to set up some sort of scenic, like, excursion consist kind of thing. So I have this awesome red Durango Silverton Rio Grande open car, passenger car. I don't know if you guys can see that. I don't know if the flash is too much, but I'll get it on the track and show you guys. I'm going to show you guys all the rolling stock on the track once I get everything unboxed and on the track, which you guys will also see at some point. But let me take this off. Hold on. Trusty X-Acto knife. Kids, if you're going to use a knife or a scissor, if you're old enough, just remember, don't run with it. And if you're not old enough, ask an adult. Honestly, I probably should have just done one side. So let's get rid of that. Let's fold that out. Don't know where my garbage went, so that's going on the floor. And here we go. Don't know if you guys can see that, but really beautiful. I really love the red coloring on it, and the yellow, gold kind of accent on the lettering, and the red on the paint scheme looks really beautiful. Hope you guys can hear me okay. But really nice addition. Now I do have another Durango and Silverton open car, so that one is yellow, and now I have the red one. So really awesome addition. Then let's get into this. This is a Union Pacific Railroad, like older styled. I don't know exactly the time period. I'm guessing like 1930s. But here we go. I just thought it was really interesting. I don't know if this is even a prototypical paint scheme that they had back in the day, but I thought it was just super cool. You know, something that you don't really see the colors is like this kind of like cream white with the red accent. And what I really kind of fell in love with was the numbering, the symbol or the plaque with the number 62, as you guys could see on the bottom. I kind of just really liked the way that looked, and there's something about that this cream color with the red accent that I just kind of fell in love with when I was taking a look at it. So There it is, up and close and personal. Don't even know if I can't honestly, I don't even know if I'm showing this properly off to you guys because I cannot see what my live stream looks like at the moment because I'm using my phone. But and I have you propped up against my laptop because I don't have a tripod yet or a holder for my phone. So then let's get into the second piece of, or actually third piece of rolling stock. I apologize. Oh man, this actually looks a lot better in person than it did online. So here I have a the ATSF Santa Fe, Atchison, and Topeka U.S. mail car slash, I don't know, baggage slash combine car. That's what it's called. There we go. I'm again with the red. I'm going. It seems like red is a related oh shit. It seems like red seems to be the common factor in all of these rolling stock here, but here is the beautiful combine car with a nice maroon red, gold lettering. This is my favorite part. Is what I fell in love with the gold safety bars on the very end of it. Don't know if you guys can see that. Absolutely beautiful. Now this you guys have seen already. However, I gave a locomotive to a family friend of mine, so I wanted to order me another one. This is the HO scale DCC 260, so almost what I have on my shirt, except this is a 262. L&N steam locomotive. Again, you guys have seen this already on the layout before, but I gave that one to a friend, so this is now mine. Super excited to get it onto the layout. Oh, sorry, ignore that. That's just old notifications that my laptop is getting since my laptop hasn't been turned on in a couple months. So, let me switch you guys, turn you towards the layout and get you guys situated over here. So I don't know. Let me start off by showing you guys the new additions to my layout. As you noticed, I have added some homemade tunnels, using some, Bachman and Walter boxes, and I have a lot. I mean, I have so many back here, and some in my car, and now I have these new ones. So I had some to spare, so I was perfectly okay cutting up some of these boxes. And what's cool about these boxes is that, as you guys can see, they have the clear viewing screen to see what the rolling stock looks like. I think you should have got the Pennsy 260 to go better with the Pennsy. Yeah, I agree with you on that. However, I was ordering it off of Amazon, and Amazon was limited on the options of the 260. So I did get the L&N. So maybe in the future, I might do a video on repainting the L&N, or maybe just redoing the tender. So, redoing the tender lettering and to match the Pennsy Atlantic that I have right there. Shout out to... Oh, didn't mean to highlight, but... Anyways, so yeah, so what's cool about the tunnels is that I kept the clear plastic viewing screens, so when I have people over, yeah, it does sell fast, Mr. Marquette. So that's why, I mean, I originally, for the E6 Atlantic, I was trying to get the Lindenberg special version, and there was like 2 left, and I had originally purchased it, but I guess by the time the purchase went through on my card, someone had already bought it. So I just went for the basic version, which still looks just as good. However, the Linden brick version had some more gold accents on the tender, and I believe maybe one or two other things that were slightly different. But again, I mean, it still looks beautiful with the Penske passenger cars. But anyways, getting back to, I'm getting distracted now, but getting back to these tunnels, I used Walther and Bachmann boxes. As you guys can see, it's pretty much just super glue, and I just cut them up with a X-Acto knife. And then, like I was saying before, I kept the viewing screens. So this has only one viewing screen on this side. That one has two, so on this side and on the other side. So when I have people over and friends, when I have the layout running, rather than having the tunnel blocked, they can actually see the train go through the tunnel, which I find kind of cool. The reason I also didn't buy tunnels is because it's kind of a tradition for me to, whenever I start a new layout, to have something homemade on the layout that I've done. On the O gauge, I've done the exact same thing. I've taken one of the Lionel boxes, the cardboard boxes that it's shipped in, not the actual box. And on my O gauge layout, I created a tunnel. Now on there, I actually do plan on putting a viewing screen just like this. I'm just going to use the plastic from these boxes here. But anyways, let's get that stuff on the layout. Right up here, for those of you who do not know, elevated track. This was a DC elevated track that when I had people over, they can run some trains back and forth, which looked really cool. Then I was planning on turning it into one of those auto reverse trolley tracks, and then I just never did that. And now it's storage. So until I get some actual storage, I'm thinking of maybe putting some shelving here, or maybe some shelving up against the windows. I'm not entirely sure exactly. But for right now, this is storage for all of my important rolling stock, in my opinion. All the ones that I really, really, really enjoy running and I really don't want to damage. And then I have some older rolling stock down here in the box of random stuff. Got a Penske gondola, some flat cars, a couple stuff I picked up at some hobby shops and whatnot. This right here is my box of DC locomotives. So I have an old Bachmann Spectrum 280. It runs okay, not the greatest. Then I have a couple diesels. That right there is a Walters United States Army GP9, if I'm mistaken. Obviously, the one in the middle is Norfolk Western Alco RS3. And then I'm not exactly sure what the Santa Fe one is. But as you can see, really beautiful paint schemes on all these diesels. This is my Texas and Pacific 316, which actually is really cool. Thank you, Mr. Marquette. I really like this because obviously 316 is a little nod to Stone Cold Steve Austin and Austin 316, and it just so happens to be a Texas and Pacific. So I thought that was I don't know if they did that on purpose, but I thought that was really, really awesome. Right now, for some reason, it's running it seems to be derailing the front truck, so I just got to take a look at that. But for right now, let's get these guys on the layout. Let's see. I gotta think, because so for those of you who don't know, I used to have a siding here, but for some reason it was short-circuiting, so I took it out, replaced it, and I don't think I'm gonna put a new one back in. So I'm actually gonna have to take off. I think I'm gonna take off the New York Central switcher, and for right now, I'm just gonna put it back right here on my little cardboard road. As you guys can see, I started adding more to the road. This right here, by the way, is going to be a museum. So here is going to be parking. I'll have some rolling stock and locomotives out here. Obviously, they could take a train ride around the museum grounds. I'll have some more stuff over there. But eventually, this will look like a museum. And I might even think of putting a little N scale loop in here. But let's get the Let's see. Let's get the open car yellow Durango and Silverton in here. We're going to take off a couple of these Western Atlantic passenger cars. For right now, we're just going to lightly put them gently put them on my table here. Don't know if you guys have seen these, but these are some really... Again, red just seems to be the common factor in pretty much anything on my layout. I have so much red on my layout, but I love it. Red is my favorite color. So, duly noted. So, let's see. All right, let's get the Durango and Silverton. For those of you just tuning in, I did do a bit of an unboxing earlier in this live stream. So once this live stream is posted, if you do feel like taking a look at my unboxing, dang it, I don't know why this is... Oh, there we go. It's because I was using too much force. Pause. So if you do feel like looking at that unboxing, feel free to take a look once it's posted, it will be posted. This live stream will be posted shortly after it ends, which I don't know when it will be ending. I hope not anytime soon. Just kidding. Ladies and gentlemen, that is why I have a carpet floor. But also, that is why when you do these unboxings, make sure to use 2 hands. Because that is the last thing you want, is for you to drop your new rolling stock or locomotive right onto the floor, right out of the box. All right, runs pretty good. Nice. Let's see, what should we connect up to that? We'll do a Western and Atlantic. And then in the middle, we'll put the Durango and Silverton open car, the red one, number 410. Alrighty. And then last but not least, the combine car, Santa Fe. Technically, it's the ATS. Sorry, the AT and SF, or the Atchison, Topeka, and Santa Fe Railway. Actually, I don't even know if it was railway at the end. But, all right. For right now, before I get the engine on, I'm just going to show you guys the lovely passenger cars. So here is the first one, Santa Fe. There we go. With the gold and red. You guys have seen the Western Atlantic. Here's the other gold and red Rio Grande Durango and Silverton number 410. Union Pacific Railroad number 62 with the cream and red accent. And 1, 2, 3. Oh, right. And the locomotive, which I need to put on the track. So let's go do that. I need to put it on the inner loop. Super nice. Now again, I might just re-letter and repaint slightly to match the Penske's paint scheme, which shouldn't be too hard of a problem. I've done something like that similar. Now, I haven't put a video out on it before, but I did do that with one of my O-Gauge engines way back when. All right, it is on there. So we're not gonna manually connect it. I'm gonna do that via my DCC system over here. So let me just clean up a tad, just get everything a bit organized. Thank you guys for tuning in. For those who are here with me, I do appreciate you all. My goal is to get to 500 subscribers before the end of the year, and I'm at 495, and I'm very, very close to 500. So I do appreciate you guys tuning into my content, my live streams, looking at my shorts, watching my videos. It really means a lot to me. I'm honestly just doing this to share my hobby and pretty much what I love to do when I have time off from work. I've been into trains since I can remember, since I was a kid, and probably even earlier than that, but you know, those years you can't remember crap. But anyways, yeah, it's taken me a long time to get to where I am. I have 3 different layouts. I have an O-Gauge, HO, and N-Scale. I've just started putting out videos of the new N-Scale layout that I just started. You guys have seen a bunch of videos on my O-Gauge layout. For those of you who have been subscribed for a while, you know that my O-Gauge layout is currently on hold because my basement is under renovation. However, my basement is almost done, and I did just get a new engine, which you guys will see a quick short on later this week. And then I'm excited to... I am probably going to end up either deep cleaning and or replacing most of my fast track on my O-Gauge layout. But other than that, you guys will see more videos coming soon with the O-Gauge. And right now, it's just working on the HO and N-Gauge layout, which are actually going to be similar. However, the N-Gauge layout is strictly going to be like museum grounds. I'm going to build similar to like what the Railroad Museum of Pennsylvania has, with like the clear glass almost building where you can see the locomotives. So I'm going to do something like that. Here, obviously, it's going to be different. We're going to have suburban area. We'll have like a little market and shop area. And then obviously the main attraction of this little world that I have going on will be the lovely Railroad Museum, which, as you guys can see, I already have a Southern diesel number 5056. It's broken, as you guys can see. It's been through some hell. So I figured that's the first locomotive to be displayed in the museum. So there we go. Obviously, New York Central is not going to be displayed. However, I will probably have 2 or 3 displays that I'll be swapping out with locomotives that do work, just, you know, for storage purposes. But as of right now, this is the first locomotive to be displayed in the HO museum area of the layout. Southern diesel. I don't know exactly what diesel this is, but it's number 5056. Has a really awesome emblem in the front. But anyways, let's plug in the... Oh, it already isn't plugged in. There we go. So let's see. Let me get you guys set up here so you guys could see the action. I'm actually gonna pull up the train. All right, so sounds pretty well. As you guys can see, it does have a headlight, and I can turn it on and off. And then you kind of can hear the dynamo dissipate, and then once you turn it on, you can hear the dynamo turn back on. Alrighty, let's see. Long whistle. All right. Sounds pretty well. Sounds pretty good. I don't like kind of how it starts so abruptly, but I do like the end where it kind of fades off. Let's see. Short whistle. Nice. Don't know what function 4 does. Oh, function 4 is steam release or steam hiss. Now, I know in the second pair of functions, usually 0 is the steam blowdown effect. Nice. One is the brakes. Not sure what 2 does. 3 usually is coupling. Yep. And I'm not sure what the other functions do, but those are the only functions that I really care about in terms of running an engine. I'm pretty basic. Obviously, there are certain things, like, for example, sometimes I do like smoke with my engine, so that's why I have the E6. But let's get this coupled up to its train, so let me turn it. Oh, and let's check out the bell while we have the chance. Ooh, I like the bell. All right, let's go see if that made a successful connection, which it did. Nice. That's always a good sign. It's always good to know if your locomotives will connect to its rolling stock, because you never know. Sometimes it might not. For some reason, for some just odd reason, it might not. All right, well, let's get on and roll it out. All right, I gotta say, she runs quite nice. She definitely slow rolls very well. Uh-oh, that's not good. That we have to figure out. Hold on. Let's work that out. Working out. Did it derail? Oh, it derailed. Hold on. Technical difficulties. Alrighty. Hold on. Hold your horses. Hold on. Gotta just clean that little bit of track there. There's a bit of gunk that's built up, so I just have to... Dang it. I think I left my track cleaner downstairs in the O-gauge room. Yeah, it's downstairs in the O-gauge room. Okay, I will try my best then to get this gunk off here. Hopefully that did it. Okay. Oh, we're back in action. Not sure why she stopped up here. She stopped again. And again. I haven't run the HO in a while, so there is a chance that I don't know what's going on though. Interesting. I don't see any gunk on here anymore. There's a little gunk at the connection. Some old grass. And then it did stop back here. Let's try getting it on the main loop and see how it does on the main loop. So we're going to have to move the E6. So first off, all right, let's boot up the E6 real quick. And while I have the chance, I can show you guys. Whoops, that's for the 060. There we go, E6. Not sure why it's stopping like that. It shouldn't be short-circuiting or anything like that, because I've tested this multiple times. Sorry, I'm picking out the loose pieces of grass that I have in here. Interesting. The E6 is all connected, right? All lined up, perfect. And then let me get you guys lined up to hear the startup sequence for the E6. Which I don't know if, for those of you who haven't heard, it's actually pretty awesome. So we'll get you suited up right there. Boom shakalaka. All right, fire in the hole. E6. Here we go.
Connectors in the clear. Probably going to be leaving. How much work have you got to do? Have you got an EOT on your train? We're all fixed up here and ready to go. Okay, it all depends on whether or not I can get the switch lined up. So call back to your train. Your signal comes to you, take it. Right. Correct. Connectors in the clear. Probably going to be leaving. How much work have you got to do? Have you got an EOT on your train? We're all fixed up here and ready to go.
Sorry, I didn't mean to press that button twice, guys, so bear with me. There's a lot of functions on the Broadway Limited E6. A lot of functions.
They're trying to let you know something about that broken rail in the yard there, over. All right, well, we'll be standing by, over. I don't know if he'll be able to come out or not, but that's all I got today, over. Okay. I'll give you a holler after he gets by then. Thanks. So. Reduce speed, be aware of city traffic. Copy, sir.
So that was pretty much all of the crew talk functions. Now it does cycle through a couple different ones, but there was like maintenance, yard talk, radio talk if you're in a farm area, like suburban setting, radio talk if you're more of in a city setting. But anyways, let's get on and roll her on out. Now, it's probably going to be easier just to pull her forward and then have the L&N get onto the main. So let's get on.
Alright. Now that I actually have that over there, I can actually see some gunk here, but nothing sticks out that could be creating this short circuit. Oh, what is this? Oh, that's a bunch of gunk. Oh, that was a big thing of gunk. That may have actually just come off just now. Oh my goodness. I just... Now, I will say I really do love this grass mat, but a lot of the stuff does come off. So just be aware that it does get a little messy. And you do have to do a little extra track cleaning and track maintenance with this grass mat. But it does look a lot more realistic. So that's what I really like about it. I got this from Michael's Crafts, for those of you who are wondering. Hello, Harmony. Welcome to the live stream. So let's see. I'm really hoping that this LNN engine stops giving me problems. We gotta actually switch the lines. There we go. It seems to be this curve that's giving me problems. Yeah, it's the curve that's giving me problems. Because as soon as it hits the switch, it runs perfectly fine. We have rooted out the problem, ladies and gentlemen. It is the curve. The deadly curve. Alright, well, hold on. Let's turn this engine sound back on. And we'll stop it over there at the Suburban station, which is behind the tunnels. Oh, Mr. Marquette, I'm just noticing that you said that you got the Bachmann New York City 060 last week for your birthday. I just want to say, 1, happy birthday, and 2, it does run really nice. I love this thing. It runs super nice. It sounds really good. And I'm definitely not biased because it was my first DCC engine. All right, Harmy, what did you say? You said, I got a Lionel 442 local in the UP scheme. Nice. I already have a 442 local in New York Central scheme. Ooh. I did not know they made the 442s in New York Central scheme. I'm going to have to check that out. So I had a Bachmann 10-wheeler at one point. It was New York Central. I got it a couple of years ago, messed it up with taking the main DCC ready board out of it. Yeah, so I do have some ready DCC stuff, but I'm afraid to touch it, so I'm just leaving it as DC. It's actually both the Santa Fe and the Norfolk and Western Alco RS3. But yeah, let's now, for one, when it's idle, it has a cool cab light. Let me turn off there we go. Cool cab light. And realistic co-load for those of you who are wondering. Anyways, let's back up the... Alright, I need to shut off the passenger now. Okay, I think I shut off the passenger announcements now. We need to reconnect to the E6. Oh my god. Fucking... Sorry for the language. Okay, I think the passenger announcements are off now, but... No, it's not. I just clicked every single function in the second half of the function menu, and just all of them went off at the same time. I didn't know that would happen. That's my apologies. Anyways, let's just back this thing up. Well, ladies and gentlemen, before you back it up, make sure that you're in reverse and that your points are switched, or else you're going to have a very bad time. It's an MPC era. Oh, so like General Mills era thing. Nice. Quite nice. All right. I'm having a little bit of trouble with my observation car. Seems to be short circuiting a little bit, but you know what? It's fine. I know it's the car and not the track because the other ones are perfectly fine. Oh, gotta slow her on down before she smashes into the back of the L&N Excursion. Now, can you shut up with your passenger station announcements, sir? Thank you. I don't need you anymore. Damn. All right, let's get her onto the branch line loop. Actually, I like to call this the museum loop. Oh, please, you're doing some... I knew it. Observations car, stop using your blinker. It never ever derailed on this before until I start live streaming. And then of course, as soon as I start live streaming, it's giving me problems. It like my locomotives are very temperamental. It's like they wait until I'm on live or shooting a video when they're like, just, you know what, maybe not today. Oh shoot, whoops. Why did it just activate? This is what I'm talking. See, this is what I'm talking about. My beautiful engines. They're being temperamental today. I have to literally do the startup sequence again for my BLI E6 right now. Interesting. Okay, you know what? Just to be safe, we're going to run the L&N on its own as of right now, and then we'll come back and do some running of the E6. All right, there it goes. Not sure what's going on, but I don't want anything to break or short circuit and damage anything. So, sorry guys, I know it's been kind of hectic the last couple minutes. And of course, my dummy self just derailed my very temperamental passenger car today. Everything seems to be temperamental. Now, I don't blame it because I haven't run my HO in a couple weeks after running it constantly for like 2 or 3 weeks. But we're back. Okay. Where should I set you guys up? First off, we'll move this out of the way. And I guess for its first full run by, let me zoom you guys out first. I will set it up right here. I figured this is probably a cool place to see a locomotive do a little bit of a photo run by. If I can get it propped up, there we go. How does that look? Does that look okay? Yeah? All right. Let's get the L&N going, shall we? L&N. Oh, I forgot to put her headlight on. But it's on, and it works, for those of you wondering. Oh, shoot. People on the station are like, man, we are pink. Yeah, I have not done any painting. I was like so lazy on putting these passenger cars in. I was like, all right, I'm gonna just super glue them in a spot that looks good and looks semi-realistic. Not even gonna paint them. All right, cool. All right, that's good enough for me. And over here, I actually used to have the Southern engine. This used to be in a different spot. So I used to have the Southern engine up here, so it was kind of part of like a display at the station. But now I don't have that here. So this guy is just, these people are just staring off into the abyss. Maybe looking at some trains that are coming by. And what was this? Oh yeah, railroad property keep out. I ripped that off because I had to move the lovely bridge over here. That's now part of my storage area. This here is actually my favorite car that I have in my HO. It is a HO scale Superliner Amtrak passenger car, specifically the dining car. So it does fit on my layout now that I moved the bridge, but it doesn't do well on tight turns. So these are your typical like Bachmann starter, like I think it's like 18 whatever. I don't know what the exact measurements are, but let's see if I can keep up with my train. And into the tunnel. Alrighty. And there comes out of the tunnel. I'm actually kind of glad that my engines were giving me problems on the museum loop, because I don't think you would be able to even hear the L&N with two engines going around at the same time. Not that it's like too loud or too soft. I just don't think that iPhone audio is that good at picking up and separating the two different engines. Unless it is, and I'm just, I've never seen an Amtrak boxcar. So, Harmony, this here is, I don't take this out very much because I don't need to normally. However, I might actually need to and do it on the inner loop just to be safe and clean the track. You should paint the tunnels and leave the plastic, because I agree. I think that will be my next step. I am going to definitely paint the tunnels and leave the plastic viewing areas. I'll probably do some of the tunnels. I'll probably do most of the tunnels in gray, and I'll probably weather it. And my friend does a bit of 3D printing, so I might have him 3D print some tunnel entrances, because as you can see, I kind of created my own a little bit. But they're really mainly there to support the sidewalls, make sure they're not too flimsy. But anyways, back to what you were talking about. Yeah, so this is my Amtrak track cleaning car. As you guys can see, there's some sort of a pumice stone on the bottom of that. I only take that out if I haven't cleaned the track in like a month of running my engines and stuff. That really just scrapes all the gunk off of the HO track. It's actually really good at doing so. It's very heavily weighted, so I have to use a diesel with it. You know what? I think it's my L&N engine that's short-circuiting my track. Or maybe I'm just going crazy. Hold on. But yes, I take that out very rarely. But when I do take it out, it gets the job done very well. So what I do is I run around. No, it's not the fact that it's bending or anything. So I really think it's the L&N that might be short-circuiting my layout. We're going to test that in a little bit. But yeah, so when I do take that out, it does get the job done really well. So what I typically do is I'll run this with a diesel, and I'll usually switch over to DC when I run that, because all my only diesels are DC. So what I typically do is I'll run it first around the layout, get all that gunk off. Then I'll go in with track cleaner and one of these fiber cloths. I will then put a little bit of track cleaner on the cloth, go in onto the pumice stone, clean the gunk off the pumice stone, and then whatever track cleaner is left on the pumice stone, I will then use to then put back on the track and run it around again, leaving some of that track cleaner on the rails. I will then go in and take off any excess track cleaner so it's not slippery. And what the track cleaner does is that once it's on the rails, it does leave a slight conductive finish on it, so it just increases the conductivity of your track. So it just helps in terms of spreading out that electricity and making sure that there are no spots where there isn't power or and stuff like that. Now for some reason my passenger cars are fine. Let me turn. Oh, my flash is on. Let me get right here. Oh my goodness. Down to this level real quick. Get a good view of the passenger cars, the new ones that I got. Here it comes. Now, I don't have a name for this layout yet, so if you guys have any names, you should let me know. Obviously, I have a big mix of rolling stock and locomotives, but it seems to mainly be New York Central. Well, I mean, I do have a giant Pennsy consist. Actually, I have a lot of Pennsylvania stuff. Pennsy engine, Pennsy passenger cars, Lionel 50th anniversary of the Railroad Museum of Pennsylvania boxcar, Strasburg Railroad boxcar. I do live in New York, so the New York Central and Pennsy Railroad is a big influence of mine. But again, I don't have a name for this layout. So if you guys have a name for this layout or think of any good ones, let me know in the chat or in the comments once this video is posted. So now I think, in my opinion, we've seen enough of the lovely L&N. Everyone loves a good 260, but a lot of people have not seen an Atlantic type steam locomotive run, whether it be in real life or in model form. Now, Lionel makes a lovely O-gauge version of the Atlantic. I actually believe they make the E6 Atlantic in a Long Island Railroad paint scheme, Lionel, which I would love to get my hands on, and I believe they're also Legacy. But I could be wrong on that. I could be wrong on the fact that they might be Legacy. But anyways, let's get this off the track. Love you. You're awesome. You look good. For some reason, my track doesn't like you, but you seem to run good on the outer loop. This is for Mr. Marquette. We're going to put on the New York Central 060, hopefully on the museum loop, and hopefully it runs perfectly fine. First and foremost, we're going to have the 060 shunt these passenger cars onto the main. Which means I'm going to have to move. I got to do some logistics here real quick, but I'm going to have to, it's probably easier to, yeah, okay, let's do it. Oh, right. There we go. Now we're connected to the New York. I love the whistle on this thing, by the way. Let me show you guys. Super loud, super nice. So we gotta, actually, Yeah, we don't even have to reverse it. We could just push it onto the main. All right, we're hooked up. Nice and easy. They've already derailed once, these passenger cars, so we don't need them derailing again tonight. For some reason, my HO layout is giving me some temperamental problems. And I bet you tomorrow, when I'm running it... Uh-oh. Uh-oh, that's not good. It actually might be my track and not my locomotive, which actually makes more sense, because why would it be my locomotive? Bingo. Bingo was his name-o. We just found the culprit. Actually, we already knew it. It was this turn. Didn't I say that earlier in the stream? Oh. Anywho. Actually, we're going to use the 060. I love this 060, by the way. Mr. Marquette, you made a great decision. If I have to do say so myself. Again, happy birthday to this man. He has been a very loyal subscriber. I don't remember when he subscribed, but I do remember that he did tune in to my live stream when I was at the Railroad Museum of Pennsylvania. However, he did join a little bit late and was asking about the HO layout there. And unfortunately, it was just around the time that I was leaving. But I'm glad that you are joining in on this stream, my friend. At least you get to see some HO action tonight. Again, I don't know why my layout is giving me temperamental problems. It was running perfectly fine last week, and now it's not running very good this week. It's just, it's just giving me problems. It's waiting for it to be on camera to be like, I don't know if I want to work today. But anyways, that is switched over there. We gotta move these cars. Actually, let me test this first real quick while I have the chance. Will it run through that point and around that curve in reverse? Point, perfect. Other point, perfect. Nope. All right, we got to switch out this turn. Yeah, it's this turn specifically. This might be one of the pieces of old track. All right, so the museum loop is going to be on hold while I have to switch out that turn. And I'm actually going to put this eraser here just so I know that it's that turn later, or else I'm definitely going to forget. Unfortunately, that means that I can't... Actually, well, technically I can. I'm just going to have to do it manually. So... Oh, I derailed. And for once, it was actually my fault. Oh, jeez. I have so much. I have shoes, boxes, track everywhere. The HO room, the HO layout room is just getting out of hand. I need to organize. Okay, and for now, I kind of like seeing this mix of... Oh, shoot. Oops. Remember to switch your points. to these mix of cars that we got going on here. I mean, we got this, like, look at this color of cars. Absolutely wonderful. I know this stands out because it's just white and everything else is red and yellow and gold, but the cream color with the red, I have to say, really looks good. Really looks good. But anyways, let's stop that real quick and turn this off just for safety reasons. And let's get the E6 Atlantic. Now, let me know, guys, in the live stream. Do you want to see the E6 Atlantic run with or without smoke? I can turn the smoke on just as easily as I could turn it off, so you guys let me know what you want to see. Mr. Marquette, since it was your birthday earlier this week, and you've been a very loyal subscriber to this channel, and I do really appreciate you giving your time to me on this random Thursday or Friday? Thursday. And for you, my friend, I'll gladly turn the smoke unit on. Now, for those of you who are wondering, the smoke unit switch, as you guys can see, is on the bottom of the locomotive. If you have a small screwdriver like I do right now, you can easily just boop, and it's on. However, if it's on the other side, if I'm running it this way, it's a little harder. I actually just have to turn the locomotive over, turn it on, and put it back on the track. But since we're running it this way, easy peasy lemon squeezy. Now, smoke fluid I use is just simple Bachmann smoke fluid. I guarantee you there's other brands out there, and I know there are scented ones. And if I'm gonna use the smoke fluid, I'm gonna have to turn the the fan on. Not all the way on, though, low setting, you know? So we can still get some good smoke action out of here. Probably should open a window, too, just to be safe. Don't want to set off any smoke alarms. And don't want to inhale too much smoke fumes. Don't even know if it's good for you to inhale either, but, you know, it's the price of running trains at your house. Also, for those of you who really quickly, sorry, Mr. Marquette, but really quickly before we get into the train running, for those of you wondering, I lube all of the engine's gears with Easy Lube heavy gear oil, and then I use conductive contact lube usually for the passenger cars to clean the wheels, lube the wheels, stuff like that. Anyways, take my hat off because I'm getting hot. Let's get her started. Almost forgot to add some drops of smoke fluid. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1 for good luck. Always remember to put the cap on, ladies and gentlemen. As you can see, I lost the little cap for my heavy gear oil lube, so that's quite unfortunate. It's a black cap, so it's somewhere in the carpet. I just have to find it. But anyways, boom. Oh yeah, I also have this Southern Pacific Bachmann Starter 060. It doesn't run very well though, so I might put that as a museum piece. Anyways, let's mute the... There we go. So I muted the 060 switcher and making sure everything's good. We're gonna have to reverse and connect. So let me just make sure that the passenger car is backed up a little bit. So we can just reverse, there we go, right into the Suburban station. Right out of the tunnel. Just tunnel station. Yeah, I was actually kind of inspired by the tunnel station via like Swedish mountain railways. They have a lot of those. So let's see. Function 9. Startup sequence. There we go. She's starting to smoke up already. Boom. So classification lights on the front and on the back. Oh, sorry. Back, front. Let me actually shut off my flash so you guys can see that. Back. Oh, sorry. Back. Front of the engine. Let me get you guys all lined up so you can see. Now let me know if you guys can see the smoke better with the flash on or without the flash. But I'm gonna set you guys up right here for right now, just while I back it up into its consist.
Probably gonna be leaving. How much work have you got? Have you got any EOT on your train? All fixed up, you're ready to go. Yeah, it all depends on whether or not I can get the switch lined up. Call back to your train, the signal comes to the station. Ran right.
No. There you go. Boom. All right, we're connected. Going to make a passenger announcement. Do a little crew talk.
Probably gonna be leaving. How much work have you got to do? Have you got an EOT on your train? All fixed up, you're ready to go. Okay, it all depends on whether or not I can get the switch lined up. Call back to your train, the signal comes to your station. Ran right. Reduce speed, be aware of city traffic. Copy. Safety pickers at 34, they're a little too close. Well, so in order to clear the traffic. I think you've done it already. It is correct. Our manager is already finished with the vote.
You know what? We're going to shut off the fan. Come on. I want to see some of this smoke action too. Get out of here. Yeah. All right, let's speed her up a little bit. Now, for those of you who are wondering, the engine does get decently warm. I would say close to 90 degrees on the outside in terms of touch when the smoke unit is running. So just be aware. You might want to let this smoke unit cool down once you turn the engine off before you want to touch or move the engine. See if I get a better shot. Is it better with flash on? Yeah, slightly actually. As you can see, it smokes pretty well. It definitely does not hold back the smoke. Welcome back, Harmony. I see you have returned. We are running right now the E6 Atlantic. We are running a express passenger service. Don't have a name for my layout, so we're running the express passenger service through X town and X layout. This is the X Museum of. This is the X Railroad Museum of X, because I don't have a name for it. So yeah. But anyways, yeah, we're just running the Broadway Limited with the smoke on. Oh wow, it actually looks really good. After I have to say it was pretty fire. Dill pickle popcorn. Oh, that does sound quite good in my opinion. I do like a good old salty pickle. Pause. All right, let's get a tunnel shot. Here we go. Hopefully you pick up the smoke in here. Whew. Might have to add a little bit more, but I'm not entirely sure. I can't tell because it's hard for me to see how much it's smoking. But it seems to be smoking good on camera, so. Thank you, Harmony. You have a great night. I hope you enjoyed the stream. And enjoy the rest of your sleep. I'm actually going to head to bed soon, too, because I have to work at 7 a.m. Wow, that is awesome looking. Oh, my goodness. Oh, I just love the look of the 4.4. The E6 is a 4.42. I almost said 4.40. Jeez Louise. I should know because I've been running this E6 Atlantic for the last month and a half. Let's get an up close look. That was awesome. That was an awesome shot. That's a highlight right there. Where's the, see if I can set you guys up right here. Ooh, that's nice. All right. I'm gonna speed her up a little bit. Throw on the bell and do a nice little run by. Nice. All right, I'm gonna try and time the whistle just a little better for you guys. Maybe speed her up just a tad. And now we hit the whistle. For those of you who are wondering, these passenger cars run beautifully around some pretty sharp corners, pretty sharp turns, as you guys can see. However, if you do have any bridges or anything like that, you just have to keep aware that, again, sharp turns, therefore it turns out pretty wide. And it also turns into these corners pretty sharp too as well. As you can see, very minimal clearance there. I mean, again, this is not glued down. This is what I use to prop you guys up when I'm filming. This is my little tripod right here, my tripod house. Let's see if I can get a tunnel shot. This I have not tried before, so this is a new experimental shot that I'm trying out just right now. Let's see how that looks. Might have to move the phone in just a tad. Alright, I'm just gonna add a little bit more smoke fluid. And then I'm gonna do a slow run by in the tunnel. Get some really good smoke action while we're in there. Alright guys, here it comes. Get your cameras out. Nice. I'm actually going to shut the window real quick and see how that looks when the window is closed. Alright, let's run this back. Last shot of the night, guys. Last shot. Now, I could have just so easily backed it up through the tunnel, but what's the fun in that when I can just run it back around, you know? You guys want to hear the alternative whistle? You know what, for funsies, we're gonna back her up. Back her up, back her up. Back that engine on up. She's too good to do a... This is the alternative whistle, by the way. Alright, one last photo run by. Here we go. Alright, for the real last shot of the night, I'm gonna get you guys right down here at the end of the long straight that I got. Let's do her. This is probably the fastest I'll ever run this locomotive. All right, well, I hope you all enjoyed this live stream. Finally smokes big. Ooh. I need a Mohawk. I don't know what my next HL purchase is, to be honest, but I got to take a look on that. But I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you're just tuning in, unfortunately, I do have to head out. Thomas Trains, thank you for subscribing. I do appreciate it. My goal is to get to 500 subscribers, and I think you might have helped me get there. You might have been the one to get me to 500, but I'm going to take a look after the stream. But I hope you guys enjoyed. If you're just tuning in, and unfortunately, I do have to head out because I do have to head to bed. I have to get to my full-time job in the morning at 7. So I do need to catch some sleep. As much as I would love to run trains all night with you guys, I do need some sleep. But again, I hope you guys enjoyed. Happy birthday to Mr. Marquette. I appreciate you guys tuning in, and I'll see you guys on the next train home.